6 inches. 6 inches. Make a line across. I'm going to take this over to this cutter. So I'm going to put this in. And there's a little line you can see. You can also check here the size. And then take this handle, hold tightly here. You pull this, make sure you don't hit yourself on the head. A lot of weight. Bevels the edge of the copper, and just so you know, it does swivel. So you want to take this right on the edge, and you're just going to bring it forward. Now, one thing you do not want to do when you're beveling this is go too far this way. If you go too far this way, this little ball is going to scrape the edge of your plate. Kind of did a little bit here. It's going to be hard to polish out. So you want to make sure that you maintain that angle so that you're not too far this way. You want to make sure you're enough down. Okay? So I did about 15, 20 passes, and then I'm just going to turn this. I always turn my plates clockwise so I remember what's finished. Generally, I do not use the clips. I just hold it down. And the next step is to take the file. Again, hold your plate down off the edge. You're only going one direction, just down. And you want to make sure that you're going all the way across. You're just filing that edge all the way down. A lot of times with that tool, the bevel tool, it doesn't get all the way to the edge. So you really want to make sure that you focus on that edge. Really, I like to really bevel my corners. Really round those corners down. Make sure you have a nice bevel. You want the bevel because when you're printing and the plate goes through the press bed, that it doesn't catch and rip the blanket. So you have to have that nice bevel so there's an even, smooth print that happens. At this point, I'll go underneath it a little bit, make sure that there's no little shards. You don't want to have any little pieces of metal sticking up to poke your skin. Okay, felt a little bit of little pull there, so I want to make sure that that's nice and beveled, nice and sanded. That looks like a pretty good corner right there. That looks pretty good. Go all the way around. Plate prep area, we're going to take the 400 sandpaper, 400 grit, a little bit more gritty. We're going to do that first. So now with 2000, it really is polishing this plate up. So you're going to start seeing your reflection in this plate the longer that you polish it. And that's really how I determine if a plate's ready to put a ground on. Or if there's an area that needs to be sanded or polished more, it'll be a little bit more matte, a little less shiny. Okay.
You can really see it there.
You can? Good. So if you look at this angle, now if I would print this plate right now, I would get a plate tone here and here, but this would be very, very white. This would be a little off-white. So unless you want that, you want to make sure that you get that plate sanded, polished all the way, evenly all the way across. I do this, I go down and around, so I'm curling that little edge of metal. See, I'm starting like this angle, and as I continue to make strokes, I slowly go this way so that it's beveling and back. So again, around that edge, beveling and back.